Hi everybody! Today let's join Captain Discovery as we explore the secret behind the door of one of the largest jelly beans factories in the world. The chocolate eggs with flowing caramel, fresh yellow peep cakes, and chocolate bunnies, especially the shiny, vibrant jelly beans, always captivated me during Easter when I was young. Recently, recalling my childhood favorite treats, I decided to visit a jelly beans manufacturing plant to precisely explore what makes these eye-catching candies.
Jelly Factory in Fairfield is a well-oiled machine cranking out 4 million beans a day.
The candies that make the cut are fed through a tube and run underneath 2 rollers that print the Jelly Belly logo on each individual bean.
History of jelly beans. Jelly beans are a famous candy worldwide with origins dating back to the mid-19th century. They're believed to be a combination of the techniques used to make Jordan almonds, a candy with French origins covering almonds with sugar, and American jelly candy production techniques.
This family business has produced the finest candy made in America for 4 generations. Candy making is a creative blend of science and art. The ingredients for producing Jelly Belly jelly beans are carefully chosen to maintain Jelly Belly's high standards for consistent quality. Jelly Belly gourmet jelly beans start with master confectioners that cook a flavored slurry for our delicious centers.
Jelly beans began to gain popularity around the 1930s when they were advertised as a tasty treat for Easter due to their round, colorful egg-like shape. Production process. What are jelly beans made of and how are they made? One, ingredient preparation. The basic ingredients for making this candy include sugar, water, gelatin, citric acid, food coloring, and flavorings. 2. Mixing. Making jelly beans is not a simple process. It takes 7 to 10 days to create a beautiful candy like this. To begin, the syrup mixture is heated to about 175 degrees Celsius. Glucose is added, followed by starch, all stirred together. This mixture, also called slurry, is then flavored using fruit juice or flavorings. 3. Shaping. Once the slurry mixture is perfectly mixed, it is transferred to a machine called a mogul to shape it. The machine uses cornstarch to form molds and trays, which then pass through a starch mill, allowing the prepared slurry to be pumped into the molds. Meanwhile, excess starch spills out of the tank onto large trays. A flattening machine moves back and forth to flatten the starch. This process creates impressions in the starch for form molds for the jelly centers. Robotic arms flip the starch trays, releasing the jelly centers and starch, then dumping them into bins for separation. As the trays flip back, they are refilled with starch, and the casting process starts again. Meanwhile, the dry jelly centers, now separated from the starch, are conveyed through a steel mesh conveyor system. This system can produce nearly 1 million jelly beans per hour. Next, a conveyor system transports the jelly beans to the drying room, in which they are left to rest for 24 hours. The drying room acts as an oven, hardening the molds. 4. Coating with sugar. They are transported to a steam ring to moisten, preparing them for the next step, sugar coating. In another area of the factory, liquid sugar flows into a basin. Green food coloring is added to the syrup. This mixture, called thick syrup, is added along with some flavoring in between the jelly beans as they rotate in a revolving pan. Sugar is added to the colored adhesive mixture. The revolving pans hold hundreds of pounds of jelly beans. Gradually, the shell layer of the jelly beans forms. The next day, when the beans have solidified, hot syrup is poured in and the beans are re-rolled. There's a lot of sweetness here, 124,000 candies in each pan. But how do jelly beans get so shiny? Well, that's the glazing step. As the small candies fall into what looks like a cement mixture, forming an outer shell, they are being prepared for the final coating, wax. A bit of wax is added, and as the pan rotates, the jelly beans rub against each other, distributing the wax. This adds extra shine to the glossy coating. Then the pan stops rotating, and the beans are dried for 24 hours to harden the glaze. After 3.5 days, these large batches are ready. Five, quality control and packaging. Even after the final wax coating, the journey for these tiny jelly beans isn't over. They undergo quality checks and move on to the packaging stage. They move as a multicolored mass along a series of conveyor belts. They fall into a scale system that divides them into multiple portions. Then, a collapsible door opens, and the colorful candies fall into bags. Robotic arms arrange packages into boxes precisely. Once in the boxes, the jelly beans are ready for you to enjoy on a sweet day. Finally, they are transported to points of sale to be delivered to consumers. Six, environmental protection. Additionally, jelly bean factories also implement recycling programs and use renewable energy sources to protect the environment. Thank you for exploring the jelly beans production process with us. if you're amazed by the blend of technology and craftsmanship we showcased. Like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe to Captain Discovery for more interesting journeys.